Hi ladies, hi Tiff, hi Karen, hi Sheila, hi Maria. Hello and good evening everybody. Welcome to week 10, I think we're on. I'm losing track of the weeks as we're going through to my Pilates at home workout. You're all very welcome. Thank you everyone for joining me once again. To anybody who's new, then you're very welcome as well. And as always, I always say, go with what feels good for your body. If you're new to Pilates, don't worry, work to what feels comfortable for you, and I'll be giving you lots of modifications as we're going through the class. If anyone is carrying any injuries, unfortunately because I can't see you, then obviously just work to a point where you feel comfortable. You should always feel that you're challenging your body, but nothing should feel forceful, nothing should feel painful. We're just waiting for a few more people to join us, so just make sure you have your dumbbells to hand. So if you've got any little weights at home, ankle weights, Pilates weights, get those together now. If you've not got anything proper, if you like, go and grab yourself a tin of beans, bottles of water, and if you want to just go with the exercises without weights, that's completely fine as well. You'll get a good workout. Okay, we'll just wait for a few more people and then we shall get cracking. Hi Arlene. Hi Sarah. Hi Mariam. Lovely. Right, everyone is logging on. Perfect. Super. Right. Brilliant. Okay guys, so a few more people are joining us, but we'll just slowly get ourselves warmed up and ready for the class ahead. So as always, I want you to think about your starting position. So we want the ankles, knees and hips in good alignment. We want to ensure that we've got a nice level pelvis, and we want the shoulders relaxed away from the ears. Okay, so we're creating that space. We're going to take our hands onto the lower rib cage, and I don't know about you, but this week has been a busy week, so sometimes it's really important that we just take a moment to stop and breathe and reset. Okay, and that's exactly what we're going to do now. So when you're ready, when we take that inhale, I want you to think about widening that lower rib cage and expanding the lungs. And when we exhale, I want you to just let go and let that air out. And if you want, close your eyes as well. Sometimes that helps to give you a focus. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to take a nice slow inhale and exhale, release. Nice big inhale and exhale, release. And we're just going to do 3 more. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. And on that last one, take a huge big breath in, real big breath out, and relax and let go. Open those eyes, release those hands. We're going to take those feet a little bit wider, and we're going to come into some squats. So as always, I want you to keep that weight through the heel. I want you to keep that little lift through the arch of the foot, so we're avoiding the feet and the knees from rolling in. And when we're ready, off we go. So nice and slow into our squat, and then releasing. So you're just letting those hands begin to float to shoulder level, and back down again. And again, as always, if the knees are a little bit of an issue for yourself, just go as low as you feel comfortable. And we're going to follow with that breath. So exhaling, inhaling, exhale, inhale. Brilliant. And as always, if the Pilates breath is ever confusing, don't worry, just breathe as normal. Don't hold the breath. Super. And you might wish to go a little bit deeper. So if you feel confident and you're used to doing squats, feel free to go right down into that lovely range, right at the end of that squat, still keeping that chest lifted. Okay, and we're going to go for 5 and 4, 3, 2, and on that that final one, I want you to hold it. So you go as low as you wish. We're going to pulse those hands to start warming up the shoulders. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Give those heels a little flick to the bottom. Super. Okay. So we're going to maintain that wide leg position and we're going to come into some side leg lifts. So we come down into a little mini squat. We now take that weight over onto our right leg. So our right leg is the stabilizing leg. That left leg then, we're going to release to lift and then tap to the mat. So releasing and tapping. So it doesn't look very hard, but when you're doing it correctly, hopefully you should feel those gluteal muscles around the hip warming up. Key thing here is to let the hip do the work. If you feel yourself and the whole body moving over, then come up so you've got a nice straight leg and you can just isolate it that way. That might feel a little bit easier. Okay. So great one for any runners out there. Got a bit of exercise prep before you go out on your run. And if you want to make it a little bit harder, take those hands in front of the shoulder and that just increases our balance, awareness and challenge. Brilliant. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Super. And again, nice wide feet. We're going to come into that little squat. This time, weight to that left side, hands on the hip to start. Let me just give my mat a little adjust there. Sorry for a moment. So, into that left weight bearing position. Hands on the hips, chest lifted. That right leg, we're going to lift and tap. Lift and tap. So, as always, one side to the other might feel a little bit more challenging, so take your time. Again, if the bent knee variation feels too much, straighten that leg, and you might find then it's a little bit easier to work through that movement. Okay? And we're going to keep that going. So keep the hands on the hips if you want that stability. If you wish, make it a little bit more challenging. Take those hands out. Super. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, and release. Good job, guys. Give those heels a little flick to your bottom. And now we're going to push that balance a little bit more. So again, we're going to take that weight through the right leg. Options for balance are, you can keep one foot on top of the other. You can then, if you want to challenge your balance a bit more, take that leg so the knee and hip is in line with each other, or lower it if the hip feels a bit tight. And feel free as well, if you feel you need to hold on to a wall, a chair, go and get yourself some support if you wish. And now what we're going to do is bring the hands so the palms are facing each other. And we're going to open that left hand out and back to centre, and that right hand out and back to centre. So the beauty about Pilates is we're doing 2 jobs in one go normally. Bit of balance work, bit of stretching work. Feel that release of the upper back muscles. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. And if that feels too much, feel free to pop that leg down and you can just continue with the arm work. And give that shoulder a nice squeeze at the end. You might get a few clicks and cracks. So a real good way to just release any tension. Let's go for one more. On each side. Inhale to return. And relax. Give those feet a little push through. We're keeping those hands in center position. We're going to take that weight to our left foot now. So we can have the right foot on top of the left. Or we're going to take that right knee in line with the hip, whatever feels good. And again, we're going to open that right hand, back to centre. Left hand, back to centre. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. So use that breath to feel that lovely stretch, that precision of the movement, that flowing movement. Super. And one more each way. And after that final one, release the hands, release the feet. Great stuff. So we're going to continue to warm up those legs with our foot series. So I'm going to turn side on so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So with this exercise, we want our feet parallel. So Both feet are pointing forwards. We've got that nice neutral spine position. And what that means is we're not sticking that tailbone out and we're not too tucked under. So if you've not done that before, have a little stretch either way and find the middle of those two positions, and that's our neutral spine position. And that's really important in Pilates, so we're working our muscles as optimally as we can. So to begin with, we're going to come down into a little squat. So basically, just covering the toes with the knees. From here, we lift the heels so that we're balancing on the balls of the feet. We then extend the legs, keep the heels lifted, and then drop the heels down. Okay? So we squat, heel lift, extend, and release the heels down. Okay, so it's quite a nice flowing movement. Again, great one for any runners out there. If you want to do this before you go for a nice big power walk, get those muscles energized. Okay, so we're going to squat, we're going to heel lift, we're going to lengthen and release. Keep it going. Squat, heel raise, extend, release. Squat, heel raise, extend, release. And if you want, you can keep your hands on the hips for that balance, or bring those hands to shoulder level. So let's challenge that balance a little bit further. Super. And see if you can keep that nice rhythmical flow. Working those calf muscles. Super. We're going to do 4 more. Well done. And 3. Last 2. 1 more. And release. Now you've got it that way around, we're going to reverse it, okay? So Pilates is all about that mind-body connection, so we're going to keep you on your toes, literally. So we're going to come onto the balls of the feet. Lift those heels as we come into our squat, and then release the heels down, okay? So heel lift, mini squat, release the heels, and extend. And if that feels a bit too much, keep your hands on the hips, whatever feels good. Heel raise, into squat, release the heels and extend. Heel raise, into squat, release the heels and extend. Perfect. So again, a few rounds each way. You should hopefully be feeling a little bit warmer. Those calf muscles, the leg muscles are feeling activated. Super. And we're going to do 2 more rounds. Heel lift, squat, release and lengthen. Heel raise and squat and release and lengthen and relax. Good job guys, well done. Okay, so I want you to pick up your weights. So give yourself a moment just to pick up your weights, your tins, your bottles of water, and then come back into centre position on the mat. So we're going to come into what we call the toy soldier. So a little bit of arm work, a little bit of strength work. Big thing is, when we're using our weights, I want you to be mindful of your posture. So give them shoulders a good roll back and down, and that makes sure we're setting our shoulders correctly each time. We're going to then take both hands to shoulder level, so palms facing that centre position. As we take the right arm up, we're going to allow that left arm to lower, and then we bring them both back to centre. We take that left hand up and then the right hand down. Okay, so again, you can do this without weights if it feels a bit too much. And I want you to keep going there. So just getting that nice reach. And again, great way to mobilise the upper back area. You've been sat down at a desk all day, doing a lot of work from home. A good way to get everything going. And just a little watch point. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing, guys. If you can, I want you to avoid that loss of that neutral spine, okay? Sometimes that's where we might feel a bit too much in the back. So as we're doing it, we're keeping the ribs centered and we're keeping that nice strong core. So we exhale, we inhale to return. Exhale, inhale to return. So you're gonna get a better workout and a more effective exercise, keeping that neutral spine. And I want you to keep going from there. Super. So, if you're happy with just the arm movements, I want you to keep going. Next round, as we take our arms up, we're going to add in a heel raise, release the heels, and then heel raise again. So it comes down to that mind-body connection, coordinating that flowing movement. Super. energizing through the entire body. And again, if it feels too much with your weights, feel free to drop those down. Lovely. We're going to keep it going. Hopefully, shoulder muscles feeling a little bit more energized. Well done. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. One more each way. Super. And when we come back to center, just release. Now we're going to come into our lunges, so I want you to turn side on. Right foot is going to be in front and the left foot is going to be behind. So ideally, see if we can keep that knee in line with the ankle on that front leg, and we're on the ball of the back foot. Weights wise for now, we're just going to keep them by our side. We're going to bend the knees to come down into our lunge and then release. So again, we've got that nice length through the spine. Give those shoulders a little roll back and down if we need to check in here. And we're keeping those knees gliding forwards, avoiding a wobble, in and out if we can. Okay. And as always, you might go a little way down. You might want to go a bit deeper. Whatever feels good for you. But whenever we're exercising, ideally, if we get a bit hot, sweaty, out of breath, and we do it for at least 30 minutes, that's what gives us that endorphin boost and the feel-good hormones, which we need, because unfortunately, in Manchester, it's a wet, windy night. But we're going to feel better after we've done a good old workout. Okay, guys, keep it going. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Let's change it over. So, left leg in front this time. Right leg behind. Okay, reset those shoulders. We're resting on the ball of that back leg. Feel free to adjust that foot position so we've got that knee over the left ankle. And when you're ready, we're going to go again. So slowly down and back up. Slowly down and up. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And again, if the breathing feels a little bit too quick here, just stop and breathe as normal. Okay, you've got this. Keep going. Well done. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff. Right. Little heel flick. Relax off them quad muscles. And you might also just want to give the soles of the feet that little push and stretch. Well done. Okay, so we're going to continue with those lunges. And we're going to take that right foot back in front, left foot behind. So this time, we're going to come down and we're going to hold it. So, I'll show you what we're going to do, and then you can choose how low you want to go, okay? As always, if we're down here, it's a much harder exercise. If you're up here, it might feel a bit better. And also at this point, if anyone's done with lunges, you can keep the back foot down and just simply work at an easier level there. So this time, we're going to bring those weights to the shoulders. We're going to come down into our lunge hold. And from here, we're going to press the weights up into the air and then back down. So we exhale, inhale, release. Exhale, inhale, release. Now if 2 weights feels too much, go for single arm, shoulder press, and that might feel better. Or again, drop the weights and go without. If you want to make it harder, go lower into that lunge. Okay, guys. Keep it going. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! And release. Those legs are feeling good for that. And we're going to flick those heels, relax the muscles. One more set of lunges. Okay, so left leg in front, right leg behind. So key fingers, set the shoulders, come down as deep as you want to go. Okay, weights to shoulder level, and when we're ready, we're going to push and release. Push and release. And again, if it feels better, one hand at a time, or we can do without the weights. Exhaling, inhaling. And if you're going quicker with the arms, just breathe as normal. Super. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Well done, guys. Give those heels a flick to the bottom. Pop those weights down. And we're just going to stretch it out. So, right leg in front, left leg behind. Back heel glued to the mat. Let the calf muscle release and stretch. I want you to take both hands out to the side, up above the head, palms together. And if you're happy, just a gentle, little bit more of a back bend. And if you're happy, flexing through the spine, I want you to then take it from here into a hinge at the hips. Bring both palms down towards the mat. If you're not happy fully flexing through the spine, it might be that you just hold it here so you've got a nice flat back position. Okay? But just have a minute. Allow that breath to recover. Feel that lovely stretch. Chin relax towards the chest. And then slowly release back up. Release the hands and change those legs over. So, left leg in front. Right leg behind. Toes forward. Back heel glued down. Bending that front knee, keeping the back leg straight. Feel that calf stretch. Oh, that feels really nice after that leg work. Hands out to the side. Palms up above the head. And if you're happy to, gentle back bend. Holding it here. If you're happy to flex through the spine, I want you to then fold forward at the hip. So if you're not happy to flex through your spine for whatever reason, keep it here so you've got that nice flat back. Everyone else, see how low you want to take it. So bringing the chest towards the top of the thigh. Chin relax to the chest as well if we can. A few breaths here. Keeping that back heel pushed into the mat. And then slowly when you're ready, uncurling, taking those hands up and releasing and relaxing. Good job, guys. Okay, so we're going to take it into our roll down to further mobilise that spine a little bit more. So we've got both feet facing forwards, slight softening in the knee and hands onto the front of the thigh. We're going to inhale and we're going to exhale. Let the chin relax to the chest. Again, if you're not happy flexing through the spine, I want you to stop at the knee so you're maintaining that nice flat back position. If you are happy to flex through your spine, this time, let yourself just deepen into that lovely forwards bend. Chin relax to the chest, feeling that gentle stretch in your hamstrings, your lower back, let the neck release. And then slowly pushing through both feet, we begin to lengthen the legs and then slowly release ourselves up level by level, up tall, and give those shoulders a nice roll. Okay, and we're going to do 2 more here. So if you wish to have a deeper stretch for your hamstrings and lower back, you can keep the legs straight this time. So we're going to inhale, exhale, and again stop where you feel comfortable. So it might be your thigh, your knee, the shin, the ankle, the toes, the mat, whatever feels good for you. And if you want to, and deepen that stretch a little bit further, feel free to bring those hands behind so you can push the palms together, or you might want to clasp the hands together and just take it into that lovely arm extension. Just release any tension away from the shoulders and then release the hands, slowly uncurl. Give them shoulders a good open, and then we're going to do 1 more, and on the final one, guys, we're going to come down to the mat. So we're going to inhale, exhale, and again, feel free. You might just want to hang there, you might want to cradle the arms, or you might want to take those hands behind, so we can do simple, palm to palm, or we can extend the arms, give ourselves that lovely stretch. For a couple of breaths, and then releasing the hands, walk yourself down onto that mat. We're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. From here we're going to come into our cat-cow stretch. So we're going to round the upper back, let the head drop between the arms. And then we're going to lift the head to look forward, curling that tail going under. And I just want you to keep that flow going there, guys, at your own rhythm. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Breathing in. Breathing out. And we're going to go for one more each way. Hopefully that back's feeling a little more mobile. And then release. Super, guys. Right, I want you to have a lie down on your mat. So we're going to come into some side plank work, and I'm going to give you a few options. So we're going to lie down, so we have our elbow and shoulder stacked on top of each other, and that way we know that the shoulder is protected, we're nice and safe. We're going to start with both knees bent, and our first option, if anyone's not happy to lift up through the shoulder for whatever reason, we can simply just come into that lovely mermaid stretch. So we're just working the arm on its own. If anyone's at this first level, when we start to add in that leg work, then you can simply glide your leg forwards and backwards in that position, and you can take it up and down. So you're not actually having to lift yourself up off the mat. We've got a few options there. Okay, so everyone else, level 2. We're going to get ourselves warmed up. So rib cage not sinking to the mat, lift those ribs, engage those muscles. We're then going to take those hips up into the air, arm overhead to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. So okay, part 3. We're going to extend that top leg. We're going to try and keep that ankle in line with the hip if you can. We're going to take ourselves up, and we can hold it here, okay? But if you can, I want you to glide that top leg forward and back. So keep a little eye. See if you can keep the ankle in line with the hip. Don't let that ankle drop down. And imagine you've got a glass coffee table, and you are polishing that coffee table within an inch of its life, okay? We're going to exhale. Inhale. So that leg is trying to move across that same point, okay? If you have got a glass coffee table, I can see mine in the corner over there. Next time, bring it over. You can do 3 jobs at once. Clean, strengthen, mobilize. Okay, keep it going for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Woo, and release. Give yourselves a pat, well done. One more job for that side, guys. We're going to extend that top leg again. Keep that shoulder and elbow stacked nice and safe. If you want to, stay on the mat, and we're just going to do a little leg pulse. Everyone else, when you're ready, come up onto that side, and we've just got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Those glutes are on fire. Well done, guys. Right, up and over to the opposite side, okay? And I want you to restack yourself. So left elbow, shoulder, nice and secure. We're bending those knees. So again, we can stay down on the mat, just using that arm to stretch. And then of course, using that leg to take us forward and backwards, and then up and down, okay? If you're happy, we're gonna start with our lift. So everyone, if you're ready for it, we're gonna lift up and we're gonna hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. So okay, get that bottom leg in position. We're going to release that top leg now, okay? When you're ready, guys, we're going to lift up. Imagine that coffee table, ankle in line with the hip as we glide forward. Take it back. Glide forward, take it back. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Give yourselves a pat, well done. Okay, last one of these, guys, I promise, and then we're nearly done. So, get that bottom leg in position. Restack your shoulder and elbow so we're nice and supported. Lift those ribs away from that mat, okay? I know there's not much left in them, but get that glute working with the ankle in line with the hip. As we take it up and we're going to lift that leg to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. And release. Well done, guys. Okay, just bring yourself up into sitting and let's stretch out those bottom muscles. So I want you to keep your right leg straight, left leg, we're going to bend up, and if you're happy to, we're going to cross up and over. We're going to pull that left knee towards the opposite shoulder, and that should feel really nice. Okay, so you're targeting those glutes and those hip muscles. See if we can keep that length through the spine. Allow that breath to recover. And if you're happy to, see if you can just look over the right shoulder and get a little bit of hip and spine twist. Come back to center and release. Let's change it over. So right leg bending up. If that feels comfy there, hold it there, but if you can, take it up and over. Your right knee towards your left shoulder this time. Ooh, and that should feel good. If you feel like you're slouching, if you can, then give yourself a little stretch up. The other bit of a tip here as well is if you've got a cushion or a block, pop that underneath your bottom, and sometimes when you're stretching your legs, it'll help to give your spine that little bit of a lift as well. And then if you can, I want you to look over that left shoulder, get that nice bit of spine twist, hip twist there as well. Super. Okay, and then I want you to just bring the legs down, and this time we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. So into our butterfly stretch, and again, just take it as far as you feel comfortable. If you can, lift that chest. Super. And we're just going to allow those knees to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Right. Last little bit of work, guys, is going to feel so easy compared to what you've just done. So I want you to come and have a lie down on your tummies, okay? So we're going to line the tummy. We're going to stack the hands on top of each other. I want you to relax your shoulders away from your ears, and I want you to just try and make your lower back nice and relaxed. If you feel like it's overarching, just try and keep it in that nice and neutral position as well. So forehead is going to relax onto the arms. And what we're doing is we're keeping our eyes looking down at the mat. We're hovering the forehead up of the arms, and then we're releasing down. So this is called our swan dive level 1 exercise. So the idea is we're avoiding this neck extension because that can feel a little bit irritable, okay? Keep the back of the neck long, exhale and lift, inhale and release. Exhale and inhale. So again, really good exercise. A few of us are probably suffering with achy, stiff necks, just from all that's going on. We've got tension, we've got extra stresses. So your lower back shouldn't be feeling anything there. If it is, guys, don't lift that head up too high. Keeping the back of the neck nice and long. So great strengthening exercise for our trapezius muscles, especially the upper portion. And we're just going to go for 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to come into another really good exercise for the upper back and the shoulder area called the breaststroke exercise. So we're going to do our breaststroke prep. So if you have got a little cushion or a towel to hand, you might want to pop it underneath your forehead just so you're not too claustrophobic to your mat. If you're happy to, I want you to relax your head down. Shoulders shouldn't be up at the ears, let them relax, and bring the palms to face your thighs. So imagine your shoulder blades are pulling down the back, we're creating that tension. And another good cue is imagine your fingertips being pulled down towards your feet, so you're feeling that tension in the shoulder blades. We're going to squeeze and lift those arms, and then release. So we squeeze as we lift, and release. So we're feeling that squeeze in the shoulder blades, and release. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Brilliant, guys. So keep the head down if you feel comfortable through the neck. If you want to give your neck a little bit of an extra workout, what we do is as we lift the arms, we keep the neck long and then release. So again, we don't want to look forward because that will irritate the neck. We want to keep the eyes down, but hover that forehead up off the mat. So we're really working the upper back and the neck muscles. If that feels too much and people are feeling it in the lower back, then keep your forehead on the mat and just continue with those arm lifts, okay? And we're just going to do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then I just want you to bring those hands forward of the shoulder, and we're going to come into our cobra stretch. So nice little lower back release this time. And all I want you to do is just lift the head and just begin to lift the chest, keeping those elbows down on the mat. This time you can lift your head and look forward. Allow the shoulders to melt down the back. And I want you to take a nice big inhale. And exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, release. And one more here. Now we're going to release down, and you can keep to level 1 cobra. If you've done it before and your lower back feels happy, bring the hands forward. And then slowly, we're going to come into our full cobra. So extending the elbows, feeling that deeper stretch through the lower back, and looking straight ahead. And then just allow those shoulder blades to relax and melt down the back. As we come down, start with your ribs, then lower the breastbone, then your chin, and then your forehead. And we're just going to do 2 more here. So pick a level that feels good for you. We're going to inhale, and we're going to exhale. Peel the forehead, then the chin, then the breastbone, and then lift the ribs. And by doing it in that segmental fashion, it should hopefully feel a little bit kinder to your lower back, because we're not just hinging in one place. Relax the shoulders, allow them to melt down the back. And then release the ribs, the breastbone, chin, the forehead. And we're just going to do 1 more here. So nice big inhale. Exhale, lift the forehead, lift the chin, breastbone. Last to lift is the ribs. So again, feeling that lovely stretch in the back, that segmental movement, shoulder blades melting down the back, releasing ourselves down slowly, and relax. Perfect. And then just bring those hands a little bit further back. We're just going to sit ourselves into child's pose. So you just want to bring your knees in, let yourself sit the bottom back to the heels. And it might be here, again, you just want to keep your elbows bent so your lower back is nice and comfortable. Or if you can, reach those fingertips towards the edge of the mat. Let the head relax down. Again, if that feels a bit too much, you can use your pillow or your head block if you've got one to hand underneath. And I just want you to close your eyes for a moment, and I want you to take 3 deep breaths. So as we started class, I want you to think about taking that lovely deep breath into that lower part of the lung. And I want you to exhale and release. Nice big inhale. Exhale and release. And then 1 more here. Nice big inhale. Fill up that lower part of the lung a little bit deeper if you can. And then nice big exhale. Let go of any last little bits of tension we're holding on to. Lift that head, walk those hands in, and then come and have a stand up. Take your time, uncurling. Give your head a little moment to come around so you don't feel too dizzy. And then into our final stretch as we take those feet nice and wide. Toes at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. We're going to soften those knees. Hands crossed in front. And we're going to inhale and reach. Exhale, release. Inhale. As we reach, exhale, release. For 2 more. And 1 more here. And we're going to exhale, release, relax, and well done. Woo! That was a hot one tonight, guys, so thank you very much for joining me. Well done. I think we're going to be feeling that tomorrow, which is always a good sign. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to leave any feedback, or if you want any other ideas for other little mini workouts, just pop that up on the feed as well. And I shall hopefully see you all next week. Have a lovely weekend, and let's hope the sun comes back and we can get rid of this ring. Alright, take care. Bye!